So this is interesting. President Trump tightening the screws on China, even as Beijing says, and this is the big statement for them, there would be no harm in holding some trade talks. U.S. tariffs on China would now equal 145%. That's the starting point. And President Trump posting this last night on Truth Social, quote, all purchases of Iranian oil or petrochemical products must stop now. Any country or person who buys any amount of oil or petrochemicals from Iran will be subject to immediately secondary sanctions. They will not be allowed to do business with the United States of America in any way, shape, or form. Now, analysts say that Iran sells 90% of its oil to China. That's the whole business, folks, for them. More than 1 million barrels a day in March. Then that jumped up from 80% in February because of concerns about possible U.S. sanctions. So with that, we bring in presidential envoy for special missions, Rick Grenell, former U.S. ambassador to Germany. Rick, it's always good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us today. You know, we've heard this kind of slight thaw in the potential for talks.
Start manufacturing again. And what that means is confronting some of these issues. It's not just about tariffs, but it's about currency manipulation from other countries, including China. And it's about subsidies that are literally hidden. And so it's not a level playing field. And what President Trump is doing, because he's an expert on the economy, is saying, look, I'm going to pull out all these tools that we have. We're the greatest economy in the history of the world, and we are going to leverage this. It's not just about the tariffs, but the tariffs are really a tactic to get us to the place where we begin to have manufacturing back in this country. You look at clothing. All of these companies that make clothes in America, some great companies, some really cool companies like Cuts. I love this sporting company that does all sorts of casual gear for men. They're having a lot of trouble because everything is made in China. We don't do.
अच्छा, तो जैसा कि आप देख सकते हैं हमने दोनों बेरिंग इसके नए डाल लिए हैं। B802 नंबर वाले बेरिंग आते थे, तो दोनों हमने अपनी अपनी जगह पर डाल दिए हैं। आप इसको फिट कर लेते हैं, चलते हैं। तो फ्रंट वाला हमने कवर इस पर डाल लिया है। अभी हम इसको मोटर के अंदर डालकर फिट कर लेंगे।